All right, up next. You guys are free to go if you want to go. All right, you're staying. It's your choice. Let's go with Colleen Robbins. Colleen has written a little bit of everything over quite a number of years. She has written 2 novels. She's got a 3rd one in the works, very close to coming out. She has written a collection of short stories which are hysterically funny. I love them. She's got another one of those coming out soon as well. And tonight she's going to read a selection called The Walnut. Colleen Robbins.
As usual, sitting up here getting ready to read. I'm totally terrified. I hate being up in front of people. And this not being the podium I expected to be able to hide behind with my sweatpants on because of the weather didn't make it easier. But the walnut. This is part of a, it's an excerpt from an upcoming novel in the series. Roars and screams echoing up the hallway behind him, Nicholas found the object during his escape from the arena. Made of brown leather, the object resembled a very wrinkled giant walnut as long as an arm, a walnut with a heartbeat. Nicholas carried it in his makeshift pack. The way home seemed longer every day as gravel road became rutted wagon track, which led to an overgrown footpath. Nicholas struggled up a hillside, grasping at high bushes and low tree branches. He stepped down and something rolled, knocking him into an off-balance tumble. He lay stunned, bits of branches and dead leaves stuck in his blonde hair at the bottom of the hill. He levered himself up and inspected the leathery egg. A short crack lengthened as he watched. Muffled grunts came from inside. The walnut twitched. A leathery snout poked out of the crack, then a distinctively dragonish head, followed by a rotund body with tiny wings and a stubby tail. Its golden scales nearly matched Nicholas's hair. As it stretched out, it managed a full 4 feet long from nose tip to tail tip. The hatchling wobbled dangerously, then fell on its rump and looked at Nicholas. "Mama? Mama!" It squealed inside his head. Nicholas grabbed a handful of grass and waved it at the hatchling. The hatchling snapped at it, chewed for a moment, then spat it out. It growled, "Yuck! Hungry!" Nicholas winced at the sound inside his head again. Maybe it eats fish, like the rock-hulled dragon. He looked around. The last river was 2 days back. Too far. The hatchling hissed and let out a squalling shriek that echoed off the nearby rocks and trees. "Hungry!" His ears assaulted by the outer shriek, his mind by the inner, Nicholas clutched his temples and fell to his knees. "Walnut hungry!" The hatchling let out another shriek. "We're awfully close to the plains. The striped cats are likely to come hunting us." Nicholas shuddered. The striped cats had bodies as long as horses. He cleared a spot in the rocks and built a small fire. Green cat eyes reflected from the bushes. Walnut lay by the fire, crunching bones. He was so full that his belly nearly dragged on the ground. He'd grown almost 2 feet longer. He climbed up on a rocky ridge, and stretched his wings, flapping them wildly. Also bigger, the tips still dragged in the dirt and tripped him. Mama didn't have wings. He couldn't quite figure out what to do with them. "Mama, what are wings for?" "Wings are to fly, like the birds up in the air." Walnut watched the birds for a while, then held his wings out and ran down the path. They caught on the bushes and slowed him down. He tried again and again with the same result. "Mama, they don't work." "Okay, fold them up again." "Fold them up? Wings can fold up?" Walnut struggled to curl the tips to his sides. "Mama, I can't do it." "Slow down. Your wings fold like this." Mama put strong hands on the wing and gently folded it lengthwise along his side. Then he did the same with the other. Walnut shook his body. The wings stayed in place. He spent the rest of the day opening and folding his wings as they walked down the road. Nicholas watched Walnut flap his wings. The hatchling's last few tries nearly kept him off the ground when he sprang into the air. Something looked wrong. He's flapping, but not sweeping. No, sweep like this. Nicholas spread his arms, flapped them twice, and then swept them behind. Okay. Swept them behind. Okay, Walnut slowly copied him. Now do it again. This time run. The hatchling ran down the road, flapped twice, and swept his wings back. His feet lifted from the ground as he somersaulted and landed on his back. Wings squashed beneath him. He struggled awkwardly to his feet, finally getting one wing free and folding it before freeing the other. Why didn't it work, Mama? Next time, flap again, right after the sweep. The hatchling met with more success this time, lifting a few inches off of the ground and skimming along before his lowered feet hit the ground, bringing him to a sudden halt. Nicholas winced as the hatchling's chest and chin slammed into the ground. Remember to keep your feet pulled up and hit the ground running. Here, follow me. Nicholas took off running, jumping over branches and rocks as he flapped his arms madly and swept down. He landed from each jump, already running, then flapped his arms again, swept his arms back, and jumped again. Walnut followed. Mama, this is fun! I want to fly again! Follow me! Walnut loped along the trail, looking back over his shoulder with wide eyes and an open mouth as he lifted off the ground by a few inches. I'm flying, Mama! The hatchling looked forward again, then scrambled backward, or tried to. His feet waved uselessly in midair. Walnut slammed into a tree. Walnut climbed back to his feet, shaking his head. Next time, you go first, Mama.